Yes. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Man, we're gonna have a little fun tonight. Just watched one of the most awkwardest, goofiest, weirdo interviews of all time with Brian Custer. We're gonna break that down tonight. I would love. I'm gonna post a link because I would love to get some of the agenda agent guys in here. The guys who, uh, the guys who campaign, uh, you know, for certain fighters, and like I said, agenda agents. I don't want none of you guys that's so low on the totem pole that you don't realize that you're programmed. I want you guys bosses tonight. I want the guys that are higher up on the food chain that are getting, the memos, and they are the ones, pushing the agenda. That's who I want in here tonight. 'Cause I'm gonna break down this interview, right? I would show it, right? Pull it up and show, but I don't want no copyright uh infringement. You understand? I don't want no copyright. But let's get it up though. Yes, let's pull it up so you can see what the source is talking about. We're not gonna what I am gonna do is this. I can play the audio. Right? I could definitely play the audio. But like I said, I want some of you pro Lions only fans, agent agenda pushers though. I don't want, like I said, I don't want none of you dudes low on the totem pole. I don't want nobody who your pay grade when it comes to talking boxing or inside of boxing. You're just a programmed flunky. I want the actual agenda agents, and they know who I'm speaking on. They know who I'm speaking to. I will post the link in a second. But yes, Brian Custer's facial expressions throughout this 47-minute interview said it all. And I remember speaking on Jamel Charlo when I was media, full-fledged frontline media, before you guys really got a real depiction of who I really am, what I do, and you guys just thought I was just what was the local loudmouth? I think Ellie Setback using his thumbnail. Local loudmouth. You know that time in Gleason's gym. But after watching Brian Custer's interview with Jamel Charlo, I need, like I said, these guys to come. I'm gonna post the link in a second, but let's play a little of the audio. This dude was all over with it. That's what I said. You see what I do? I train fighters how to talk to media, how to um, conduct an interview. You guys are gonna play deaf, dumb, and blind like you always do when it comes to certain fighters, and act like what happened didn't happen. Basically, what happened was that was a PR nightmare, you know. And you wonder why certain fighters don't talk to media, don't do interviews, because quite frankly, they don't know how to talk. They don't know how to articulate themselves without coming off awkward. Because that interview, to say the least, was very, very awkward. You see in Brian Custer's face a lot of rumbling and rambling on from Jamel. But let's get to some of it because it was good, very entertaining. And my personal stance on it, there is no chemistry between that whole team. There's no chemistry because it's a whole bunch of just personalities that they try to keep it too real, and it's a lot of fake it till you make it. But when you make it and you're fake, how you ever real? Hopefully y'all caught that sauce when you fake it till you make it. But yeah, let's get to some of a little bit of the audio. The dude talked about Terrence Crawford, Danny Garcia, his brother, and he says his brother would knock out Caleb Plant. Hopefully Caleb Plant responds to some of this, man. They got to stop letting these dudes not fight one another. He basically was calling David Benavidez a heavyweight, cruiserweight. Like, man, this dude was everywhere. Accused Brian Castano of PEDs, and man, those are strong accusations, to each his own. To each his own. But yes, I like also how he kind of came clean and alluded to the fact that Derrick James wasn't always in town for his training camp. But then somebody already leaked that out and tell you that. But hey, what do I know? But let's get to a little bit of the audio. Like I said, let's get to some of the audio. Then I want some PR people from over there. That's what I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna give you a title, even though you're not PR people. You guys are just cheerleaders, fanboys, guys who, like I said, some of y'all are so low on the totem pole when it comes to getting information. You guys don't even realize that you are programmed. You're programmed drones. So, like I said, I want the actual agenda agents, the guys higher up, the ones that's getting the memos, and they are the ones who have to do the programming. Let's play a little bit of this real quick. When I tell you he was all over, he was all over. Some real good parts though. Very, very, very entertaining. Like I said, entertaining.
Make it 154 where you think it's light at. You gotta get contract with. I get ready to match him up. So I don't see him beat me with the skills that I have and how hard I really go and how hard I train and what I really get in myself. He barely doing the stuff that I was doing in 2010. They don't even have a system.
He's talking about Terrence Crawford right here.
Earl Smith right now is the most dominant 147 pounder that they got. Because why? He proved himself. He beat everybody in the division that he carried. He started stepping on top of everything that he could throughout injuries, throughout tragic situations. Look at Earl Smith Jr. Now look at me at 154.
Yeah, you know who he sounds like? Shout out to Everything Boxing Talk. Now I see why you guys campaign and go hard for certain fighters. He looks like him too. The faces he's making. Awkward goofiness.
Because my twin brother is at 160. You see, we the three Bash brothers. And then what you gotta say? Yeah, what happens then with Jamal? What happens with Jamal? Because it seems like the bigger fights at 168. Now, listen, we know that he and Canelo were trying to work out a fight, but it appears that maybe Canelo's going to do the Bivol and then maybe Triple G again at 168. Do you think the future for Jamal is at 168? Whether it's Benavidez, whether it's Caleb Plant,
he can't even contemplate his thoughts properly.
Well, look, I know my brother need the best fights for him right now. It don't look as interesting as
Brian Custer's face is just
147.
classic.
The division could be really shaken up a little bit with the BS that they got going on. You got Andrade. He don't know what he want to do with his life. This boy been running around since 2014.
Awkward.
Like, bro, 2 more years.
He didn't even ask you about him. Awkward.
So we can't even count on Andrade to even accept a fight, So we don't even care about him.
Awkward.
And you make me want to tell my brother to go and call out some of them guys that Canelo's calling out. Knock them off. If you knock them off, then he ain't got no choice just go and accept that 100 million. I heard that's what it was.
Damn, man.
I can't confirm anything.
It's crazy how they doing these guys now, man.
A little 5 show them over you go hard.
It's crazy how they doing these guys now. For so many years, they kept them protected. This is why they don't do interviews.
It's a reason why. And I don't know the reason why they're making a decision. But how about they split that same contract with the other guys? Be your free agent that you are.
Awkward. Awkward.
Awkward. You want to accept 10 fights and 5 fights and 4 fights. You already the king of your division.
Look at Brian Custer's face, man. When y'all watch this, you gotta watch this man's facial expression.
And when I become that way, I'm accepting that same money for one fight deal. Now they can do that possibly, and I'm not trying to make nobody else pay no extra money, but I really believe that if my brother want that fight, like he said, you know, what do
Awkward.
on Instagram talking stupid to the Canelo fan? Canelo, you got a lot of fans, and we love you. We love this.
See, whenever Brian Custer just puts the camera on him, I already know he couldn't even hold his face.
Now, do you retire, or do you take one of the toughest fights of your career against a young black African American stud who's been working his ass off since he was 8 years old?
Awkward.
Put it all on the line.
Awkward. Houston, we have a problem. Awkward.
Want it all, baby.
Awkward.
You know, so I'm trying to spend my time with you, Brian.
Awkward.
Listen, I appreciate it. Let me ask you this. You talk about Errol, and I'll be remiss if I didn't get your opinion. Listen, he's got your Dennis Ugas. Ugas knocks off Pacquiao.
Yeah, listen what he says. Look what he says about EJ. They don't really fuck with each other. There's no frauds, man. Listen to how he breaks down EJ.
Smelling his piss. You know, when you got a little teenager, and he grows from 11-year-old. He ain't a teen yet.
It's sad, man. It's pathetic, man. Pray for these dudes, man. They've been lost. They've been demonic demons forever. See how God is finally exposing them.
I don't give a fuck what none of them think about or say. Ugas, Earl Smith is a very, very dominant punch. He can't be stopped right now. Like, he showed himself approved. I don't believe none of that stuff that they doing is gonna be,
what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Is what they don't want. Earl Smith is that guy. He know how to close a fight. He know how to be active on punches. He know how to keep punching. It's a lot going on with Ugas. And
damn, man. Listen. When you sell your soul, right? And you not living right, this is how they do you, yo.
Man, listen, man. Earl Smith,
if he was who he claims he was, they would not even. They know he is like this. They wouldn't even let him have done this interview like this.
Earl Smith can fight in the inside. He can throw the dominant body shots, and I just don't see 12 rounds happening with Ugas and Earl Smith. I see Earl Smith becoming the dominant guy and putting a mark on that BS. He closed out the division. No, he got some studs in the division.
Man, Brian Custer's face is classic.
He got some old guys still trying to make a name for themselves. And what I seen from Keith Thurman, that's not enough. That's not enough. Barrios came from a little way to try to get.
Yeah, he's just talking like you're not even letting the man ask you questions.
Man,
Yo, Brian Custer, man. Yo, holla at the source, Brian. I need to interview you. Your facial expressions is saying it all. Awkward.
He can fight. We just gotta see a little bit more from him. Danny Garcia, we don't know where he at. He seemed like he in the same position as her. They done lost a couple.
Yeah, he went from Earl Spence. Yeah, he's everywhere. They set him up, man. Why they got him out here talking like this?
Danny Garcia being that guy. I ain't gonna say he wasn't compatible to some of the top guys. Making 154.
Yo, man, listen. I need some of you agent agenda pushers. Not none of you dudes that's so low on the so low on the totem pole that you don't know that you're programmed. I need the guys who's getting the memos, right? The ones that used to try to argue me down and speak down to me when they just thought I was just some guy trying to do YouTube views and things like that. And I was telling you the goods, the real about who's who, these fighters, mentalities, mental games, and all that. Please, I'm going to put the link out. Feel free to jump on. Let's discuss boxing. Because now that is it's apparent who I am, right? Who I am, what I bring to the table. See, when you thought I was merely some media dude, no, I put on for a whole section, for a whole city. So let's talk now, because I remember having situations with cavemen and Neanderthals and shit like that, right? And you try to put smut on my name, so I need someone like you guys, you PR specialists over here, defend some of this for me, man. Like, fill me in. How is he conducting an interview where arguably, Brian Custer is the creme de la creme of interviews, but this dude is just talking. He's asking him a question. He's all over with his answers. Are y'all following that, or y'all don't understand that? Is that going over your heads too? Do y'all not comprehend that? So when you see the source running around doing media, preparing my fighters to know how to talk to media, how to conduct an interview, articulate their thoughts, just not be all over like they're having a nervous breakdown, like they're nervous. Let's get back to it, though. This was very entertaining, man. Very entertaining. You're rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. I am the source. Hottest in the game. The agent. Yes, the boxing agent agenda's nightmare. Narrative pushers don't want to come nowhere near me. Nowhere near me.
Because you was once that guy at the division. You can't just, man, look, hey, I make the decisions for myself. And I don't feel like if it's right, it ain't right. We're going to try to make the best fights happen where the fans can come out and the fans want to be there to see the fight happen. So he ain't on my horizon. I got Brian Custer. That's going to be dope. You know what I mean? To me, I want to see it happen.
Yeah, that nigga Brian Custer's laughing at him.
I've been grinding so hard, so I never stopped grinding since the last fight. I let my
he's laughing.
Now, I didn't stood up to the plate. I feel I'm very capable of destroying him more than I ever destroyed any other fighter. And if they're using a bicep injury, I will give you a real bicep injury. And so,
Brian Custer's biting on his lip, man, because he don't want to laugh in his face.
And then I'm gonna move on to what's next in my life.
Damn. Yeah, they did son dirty. Now I gotta get on my NY shit. Yeah, they did you dirty, son. They made you look real dumb, son. You sound dumb, son.
It's that type of game in this world right now, but it's the truth. Aerospace is the truth. I'm the truth. My brother is the truth. And listen, one more thing.
Look, Brian Custer can't even interview because he's dumb, son.
Benavidez cannot see my brother.
Really?
Really? Benavidez and Caleb Plant, for my twin brother, is where to bring back that shallow hate that they've been giving us.
Got him.
I think there's a number of people who believe that Benavidez Charlo fight would be an all-action brawl. Mm-hmm. What do you think? Well, I like Benavidez' heart. I like his style. I like how he relentless.
Damn, so why they do my man like this, man?
Benavidez
why?
Heavyweight. He fights. He's a big old motherfucker. He fights out of his weight division. He just beating on little motherfuckers. Like for real. Let's keep it real. Benavidez is not really a 168 pounder. He can fight any of the 189.
Why, man? Why they do him like this?
He will get a better challenge. 160 pounder coming with 168 to fight a Benavidez, to me personally, it's just like, you're still picking on a smaller guy. He will never get the respect until he fights somebody at the top over there at his actual weight. Fill out. I say fill out and become your guy. Be the big guy.
What are you talking about? He fights at 168.
I'm here to tell you what the truth is. So, because I'm at the top of the pinnacle in my division, so it's no lies.
Damn, man. Yo, Brian Custer's face says it all. Listen, I'm going to get the link out right now, man. Brian Custer's face. Man. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. The look on Brian Custer's face, man, said it all, man. This guy was like everywhere, man. Everywhere, and it's very entertaining, though, man. Very soap opera-ish. You know, it gave you that reality TV type feel. You know, I just think like it's the reason why he said that was his first interview. You could tell when people don't know how to talk and articulate themselves very well. That was apparent right there. But like we always like to say, hey, what do I know? What do I know? What do I know? I know that was rather funny. So like I said, I'm gonna get the link out here, right? What do I know? And I want to get some of you like I said, you pro PBC guys, right? You Lion only supporters to come and defend this right now. Or come and defend this. Feel free to slide in. You know, feel free to slide in. You know, feel free to slide on in. You want to get that up. Like I said, I need clarity. I want some clarity. You know? Like I said, I got time. I came home. My daughter's homework is done. They want Chinese food tonight. So I'll stay on for a little bit and entertain y'all. But there's the link, man. And there is the link, man. Like, we'll get back to some more of the interview. Waiting for y'all to tap in.
You know how you get a text alert when your refill is ready at the pharmacy? Vonage does that. And you know how you can video chat with your doctor from your phone when you have questions about your prescription?
Dudes is goofy. They need to break down how my man couldn't conduct an interview.
I'm only speaking of facts of what I believe, but Benavidez is a great fight for my twin brother because you know that's another. Hey, you gotta move your head, you gotta box, you gotta stiff him, hit him with some hard shots, and maybe knock him out. So we don't get the crowd involved. You know, you gotta right now for people like me, Earl, all of these fighters, you know, Black African American fighters, we have to fight.
Damn, that shit is sad, right, bro.
Now. This is the year of 2022. 2022.
This shit is sad.
What would a Charlo Caleb Plant fight look like? And you know,
that shit is sad.
Then they're gonna say, "Oh, you just knocked out the same guy Canelo knocked." Like, what would we say? We would say, "Yeah, okay, Canelo destroyed him already." So
fight him.
He can move, but you know what? Caleb Plant, Benavidez. Benavidez is too big. You know, it's like, man, tell him to go to 160 and be the champion and fight. Tell Caleb Plant go fight somebody else.
Damn, man. This shit is sad, bro.
For my twin brother.
Where y'all at, man?
I just don't like to fight for my twin brother because it's like he's another high,
What?
It's just a tough fight. We can knock him out and get him out the way.
Man,
just to shut him up.
This shit is sad, bro.
Don't y'all want to see, the Canelos and the Benavides and the Charlos and the top tier, the Belleville, whatever his name is, and the Arthur guy. You want to see them fights right now. Like, when you talk big weight divisions. I'm just speaking facts, man. Absolutely. Don't take what I'm saying and take it and hope the fans
Yo, that nigga Brian Custer is sick.
Making an excuse for what I'm saying. I ain't making an excuse for my brother. I'm not making an excuse for myself. I'm a warrior. I want the best, and I want my brother the best. But I also want the best for us as well. And I want a fair shake.
And given that in this rematch with Castaño, do you see Jermell Charlo stopping Brian Castaño this time around?
I do. I see myself stopping him. For sure. For sure. And it's not because I'm overtrained. It's not because no other excuses. It's because I got my mind right now. And I just don't know when we'll get in the ring. I'm ready to get in the ring right now.
Yeah, that's insightful. The date ain't concrete, man.
I just gotta drop 10 pounds. They can tell me that I can still fight March 19th, which I'm prepared for. I haven't stopped training since they complained about the little injury. And I just want to feel a shake now. A lot of people don't know what I went through, even with dealing with Brian Castaño. And I dealt with a lot with him. Like I said, he got the same manager as the same guy that tried to take Madonna gloves and make Marcos Madonna and his coach and the gloves aren't right for Mayweather. They don't weigh the same. They do anything to try to get into their opponent's head.
Dudes is on here talking today, right? They're gonna come on here talk about the real. Talk about how he was all over in this interview.
And once you become the undisputed champion at 154, what's next? What is the next big goal for Jermell Charlo?
Great question.
I might want to shut up another hater. Maybe knock out another hater just to do it. Generate some wealth for myself. And my brother is at 160 and he's domain.
Who's that hater? You say I might want to knock out another. Who's that hater?
I got a lot of them,
Great question.
Haters,
Look.
I'm gonna just put them on the list. I don't know which one. You name them all. You can name the haters that's coming up in the division. You can name the haters that's always. You got Lubin. You got Hearn. You got Danny Garcia. They hating on me. You got the whole.
Bro. Everybody's hating on you.
I got respect for Danny. He's been in the game for a long time. I used to watch him when he was younger than amateurs. But right now, at the dominant position right now, it's me. And I feel like there's nothing that I can do. Sorry, I moved my camera. There's nothing that I can do other than just be patient.
This shit is sad, bro.
Stop talking that smack and meet who I am. Damn, phone number for me. My bad. I want to fight any one of the guys that's just hating.
Yo.
That's all I need.
Nigga Brian Custer. Somebody needs to interview Brian Custer about this interview, man.
But, I think it's time for me to be pound for pound list. I don't care about that, okay?
What? But yo, dog, this nigga is retarded, son. Yo, nobody schooled him to how to talk to media, man.
And let them give y'all the pound for pound list. And then y'all go in and average it out. That's pound for pound in me.
Yo, this is sad, bro.
There's no unity in this thing.
This shit is sad, man.
Y'all got some
That's why it is important for fighters to have real media relations, not like the goofy shit that you see going on in social media with channels. Like I said, where are all the agents at now, man? All the agents that protect these guys, that push narratives. Where are you guys at right now? Because it's obvious as day that he couldn't even articulate his thoughts properly, bro. He was like the questions that he was being asked. he was so out the loop, right? Like he was just everywhere with it, man. Just everywhere with it, man. And you know me, I'm the source. I'm gonna come on and say it because when I speak on stuff, and this is why those guys over there are in the predicament they are in. You know, he doesn't. He said it in the Brian Custer interview. He hasn't talked to media in 15, 18 months. This is why he doesn't know how to talk to media. He doesn't even know. Brian Custer had to keep putting the camera on him because I know he was laughing. You caught him laughing a couple of times, but he's a professional. You know, he's at the highest level, right? So it's easy for him to conduct these and know like how to laugh, how to hold his laughter in. Because like I said, he has done these forever. So it's nothing for him to, like I said, keep a straight face. But he was losing it because dude was just everywhere. I wanna go to the Bud Crawford part when he talks about Bud and things of that. Let me get to that. Hold on. Dude was just everywhere, man. It was sad, man. Just sad to see a fighter of his magnitude not be able to talk and conduct an interview like that.
But literally, this is a great fight for my twin brother because you know that's another. Hey, you gotta move your head. You gotta box, but it ain't as good as we want it to be. But you know what? I want a fair shake in the boxing world.
A fair shake.
We barely drug tested for the last.
Let me see what you got.
Still complain about my.
Let me see what you got.
They making me.
What are you
come
doing?
Out and talk like this. Now we deep in camp. I'm sparring. I'm training. I'm getting my tour bus out here, getting it all wrapped up so I can go back and forth to Dallas to train with my coach. I'm just doing everything I can, spending my money on sparring partners, training. You know, one of my guys, Warren Guzman, he's in town. You know, I have teams coming in and out of town.
In and out of town.
Money. You know, we all taking this a risk and a chance for our career. You know, Derek told me the other day. Derek said,
"Yo, dude was everywhere, man."
And I said, "You know what? You might be right. Let me relax."
Everywhere in this interview.
I'm hurt. I felt like I was in trouble. I felt the guilt of every type of way I could feel just because I felt like I let so many people down. But now all of a sudden he's hurt. But you know, I'm Lions only, baby, and we're gonna have them fans and we're gonna have those scouters and those plotters and all of those people out to do their job. He's training. He's trying to use one hand like he's not using the other hand. But he's working out. You know, he's doing videos. He's showing out. You know, I'm trying to find.
They already try to send the agents out to try to clean this up. That's why you see how the source is dropping it. No, you can't hide this. You're not hiding this. This interview shows his mentality, shows how he's unstable when it comes to talking with media. This is Brian Custer.
I realized the way that he didn't have a glove on. So he working out, he doing all of this training.
Man, hopefully he gets his fight, man. He was the way he was making it seem like the fight might not even go through.
The homeboy he spoke, he can't mess with the half of a fighter that I am. So, and I'm knock him out.
Yo, Brian Custer's face. Yo, open the door for the door. Look at him smoking. Brian Custer was done. The link is right here. Jump on.
The Virgil kid ain't never had no skills like me. I got this from God. You know, Virgil or whatever, I don't know the name of the guy. I know his name is Ortiz or something like that. He can't talk nowhere close to the skills that I got. Terrell Garcia can't. He can't beat Lubin. He needs to rematch Lubin. The junior welterweight division is all jacked up.
Junior welterweight, no, super welterweight.
We know who he is. We're looking right at him. We see him, but I'm only speaking facts of who I really am. So I know I might seem a little comical to you, but I'm very
very comical.
These guys aren't putting in this hard work.
Very comical.
All this climate change, I'm getting a chance to experience the cold weather when I go running now. There's a lot of things that I believe in that these people don't understand. They got to wake up their minds. They only using 5% of their brain. I'm using at least 12. They say a human uses only 10. But I feel like
Brian Custer knew he was crying. He took the camera off him again.
Brian Custer was not, to me, injured. He might be personally. This is how I personally feel. He overweight. He can't make the weight. He's gonna be hard to
Damn, this shit is sad, bro. This shit is sad.
Right bicep injury. When you running, you striding. You using your arms. I told y'all the video. Slow it down. He's striding.
Why y'all listen, man? We need answers, man. Who is in charge of his PR department? Who allowed this, man?
WBO president. I ain't got no relationship with them at all. But I'm trying to get their belt.
Yo, who allowed this, man? This is come on, man. This is bad, and that's why I'm speaking on it. Because, like I said, all the other agent agenda channels and guys that talk boxing are gonna act this didn't happen. They're gonna act like he didn't come on here.
Because of Team Castano. I'm only giving y'all artifacts of what I know from what's been happening to me in the last couple of days. So, y'all the first interview I've done in the last maybe 15 months,
Yeah, I bet.
I don't do interviews too much because, I sound like a problem. I sound like you can't
even
talk.
You do.
Right? You barely even said any words.
You do. Look at Brian. Yeah, you do sound like a problem.
I have to express what I got on my heart. So, I don't
man.
Like, man, it's not injured. I feel like
this shit is sad, man. Damn, my guy. And, why they let you go out like this, my guy?
I'm angry. I'm still training. I'm still posting videos and me working out. Don't nobody's let down on the lines on, one day I'll be a promoter, and I hope
one day you'll be a promoter. What happened to Lions Only Promotions? Come on, see, y'all not paying attention. He said one day he'll be a promoter.
I'm gonna give it all I got, and I know,
hold on, man. Did y'all catch that now? Y'all see, y'all, all shit like that goes over y'all head.
The name of the guy, I know his name is Ortiz or something like that. He can't talk to you.
He said one day I'll be a promoter.
You get 3 of the belts to fight your mandatories. So will you fight?
One day I'll be a promoter, and I hope I end up getting fighters that have my same.
One day you'll be a promoter. What's up with Lions Only Promotions? You are a promoter. Come on, man. See how the Source had to bring that back for y'all? Once again, man. Pay attention to what is going on.
Lions on, one day I'll be a promoter, and I hope I end up getting fighters that have my same drive.
One day you'll be a promoter, but you have Lions Only Promotions now.
I'm gonna give it all I got, and I know, there's fighters that's great out there. But sorry, Brian, go ahead. Do you think, baby?
I was going to say, have you gotten any indication if there will be a rematch between you and Castano? Will the fight be put back together? Because I know there are a number of the sanctioning bodies who want you because you got 3 of the belts to fight your mandatories. So will you fight Castano next, or will it have to be one of your mandatories and win?
Well, I got a very clear understanding with IBF. Those are the main people push up for the mandatory. The mandatory has already stepped aside and accepted his bread that he received, and he's understood. I'm gonna knock him the fuck out if I have to.
Damn, dog.
I want it very clear to understand that I'm not here to fight my mandatories. It's all about making legacies and making dreams come true. And if I have to fight a mandatory, I will fight a mandatory. But we have to find out what's up with the BS. And this is the second time this happened to me, so I got experience now. So the mandatory, he is there. He is in a way a little bit. I appreciate that. Coincide with my management and his management. And I appreciate the guy that's the mandatory. I don't know his name.
Damn. Yeah, they had this dude looking pitiful, man. That's bad.
I appreciate him for giving me an opportunity to try to become a legend and become pound for pound eventually. I don't think that the mandatories are in the way of any sort. I don't want to fight a mandatory. I want to go straight into a fight with a champion. And if there's one belt left, it only logically makes sense to go ahead and attack that one belt. So I don't, God forbid I have to fight a mandatory, and I would be interested in that fight. I hope they pay me twice or triple, quadruple as much money as I would fight to fight him. But
yeah. So let me ask you then.
He said, "Yeah."
People will ask this question: the first time you guys fought, it ended in a draw. You both had some really good
this is what I was waiting for.
You know, people will say, "Man, he rocked Charles in that fight." Why will the second fight be
rocked him? You heard him. Watch Charles respond.
Well, first off, let me explain this to you. He didn't get a good shot in. He didn't rock me. You know what I mean? You know, every boxer will say, "Oh, no." I have actually really watched this fight. What he actually did was
God is good, man. See,
that shot off, you know.
God will expose
clean shot. It was
people.
On the face, but
God will remove your enemies. God will reveal the truth.
You know what I did do? I made an adjustment right away and said, "Hey, let's get on our bike and let's fight from the outside. Let's be smart." So the crowd, I love y'all. Y'all did an amazing job. I love the support that the fans give me. I love the support that they don't give me. But the crowd seems to me in this fight particularly that they made a big statement. You know, how they showed out and how they came. If they gave me war, and I wanted to give them more. I wanted to be active. I'm not afraid of no man. Nobody's ever hurt Brian Castano. I hurt him more than he hurt me. The draw, to me, is bullshit. I should have won that fight, just like I had the first fight wrapped in the belt. I'm sick of doing myself.
What?
I'm sick of not being able to 220. I'm tired of not taking the car to 220 because I'm afraid if the engine gonna blow. Not even if the engine gonna blow.
Brian cut his face, man.
Because that's why we took that train before we fight. We're a train. We not on engine that's like a little car. So what I'm saying is, I feel like.
Yo, see, this is what happens when your circle's not solid.
Because I'm very preserved.
This is what happens when people try to cover up stuff all the time instead of addressing stuff.
I want to get tired, to push myself as much as I can to get tired. I feel like I didn't do enough. He had his spurting moments where he threw punches, but you got to make smart decisions. Do you go in there? Do you hit him? Do you go in there and try to throw a combination and trade with him? Or do you get back on the outside and outsmart him where he can't? He's not athletic like me. He don't have the athleticism to move around the ring and box and punch at the same time.
Why did they let him go out like this?
I just made some bad choices.
Yes, you did make some bad choices. And doing this interview was one like this.
Listening to the crowd. Now, what's these judges can put headphones on? Or something that can noise cancellation. So where they can really focus on what's really going on in the ring. There's a lot of times where I'm moving my head, I'm slipping punches, catching here, I'm punching, boom, 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 and I'm different. I'm different with my hands. I got real big claws on me. So they act like a scratch can't draw blood. That's a coincidence.
Yo, that's my nigga Anton. Yo, he's giving it up like Anton on the Living Color.
You know, one time I did a show and they set me down and I have to slow the fight down. How about
Brian Custer Last is classic.
And then you come back and let Brian Custer judge. And then if you ask him at the end of the night, who won that fight? You gonna say Jamil Charlo, then what we gonna do? Have a whole big, Jamil should have won the fight? I don't got time for that. I'm a warrior. I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna do a lot of different. They ain't getting me on the
they did so dirty, yo. Wow.
Be comfortable, fight off the ropes.
Wow. Hold on, my man Combat in here. World Combat, what's going on with you, my guy?
What up, man? What up, everybody?
What's going on with you, World Combat? Yeah, I was just breaking down the audio, man, from the Jamil Charlo, Brian Custer Last interview, man.
Yeah, I still got to check that out, man. You told me about it, so
yeah,
I gotta check out the excitement.
Yeah, very, very entertaining to say the least, man. Very entertaining, man. Very, very entertaining, man.
So would you say it was one of your best interviews you watched, you know, as far as boxing goes?
Yeah, I tell you what, man. I say this, man. I always knew Jamel was, you know, special. But I see him in a whole nother light now, man. I think we talked about that a while ago with Jaleel Hackett and media training for fighters and preparing fighters to how to talk to the media with the cameras in front of them. You know, Jamil Charlo definitely needs one of those classes, I say. But hey, what do I know? But I just want to say it's one of Brian Custer's best interviews, I'm gonna say, because Jamel did a lot of talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Brian Custer didn't really get a lot of questions out, but it was good just to hear Jamel just articulate his thoughts and talk. He was all over, but it was very entertaining. You're gonna enjoy it, especially. I know you're definitely gonna enjoy it when you watch it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. You know, because it was rumor mill out there that a certain individual like reached out for freaking work and shit, and pretty much they said they was a world champion already. So maybe they was tuned in and everything and heard it. You know, I guess you can be a world champion without any PR training, huh?
Yeah, facts.
I guess it don't take much to be a world champion, except physical ability, huh?
That's it. And when you watch the interview, he also alludes to the fact that Derek was in town for a couple of days, and he wasn't, but he shouted out Juan Guzman, which was told you that Derek was maybe in town maybe 2 to 3 days. He was trying to get his tour bus situated so he could have had camp in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but yeah, great interview, and the fight is not on. From the interview standpoint with Brian Custer, the fight is not signed, sealed, and delivered. So all those posts for what was it, May something? That's not the actual date. That's not the actual date because he was talking about in the interview that he might have to fight his mandatories.
What?
Yeah, it was a good interview.
See, I tell people, you know, this day and time, man, you just can't jump on the first drop that you see out here on the media. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't just get a little bit of buzz like that mosquito and then you just say, oh, let me check this out. Because most of the time, it's not even true. And then it's crazy. We in the era where everybody's gonna abuse COVID from here on out to drop out of a fight.
Yeah.
You know, so when they come around for them to drop out of a fight, we might not even see immediately a rematch. It might be, you know, like you said, Charlo fighting a mandatory or something like that. all alone, there's something else going on behind the scenes we don't know about.
Yeah, that's
Shit
a
never
fact.
changes.
That's a
It
fact.
never slows down, man.
Yo, this was, I ain't gonna lie. I love this interview because even though he was all over and he couldn't like keep it together, but it was just good just to see that side of him, for him to expose that side. Because like I said, I knew that side, but when I talk about that side, people don't. Oh, you're a hater. You're jealous. You're this. No, now the world got to see it. You know, now the world gets to see it. How they interpret is on them, but it's out there now. Like I said, shout out to Last Stand. He was everywhere with it. He talked all about his brother fighting Caleb Plant and David Benavidez, and David Benavidez is too big for the weight division. He needs to go up and fight cruiserweights and guys his size. Man,
Cruiserweights. Just skip over light heavy.
yeah, you gotta watch it. It's good. Yeah, yeah. I can't wait to that specialize in chopping interviews up and doing all that. They're gonna have a field day with it, man. He says if his brother knocks out Canelo, knocks out Caleb Plant, they're gonna be like, oh, Canelo knocked him out too. Like, nah, that's good. Then it'll put pressure on Canelo to fight your brother if he knocks out Caleb Plant if they was to fight. But he
Yeah,
spoke.
true.
He spoke on that. He was everywhere, man. Good interview though, man. Entertaining interview, I'm gonna say entertaining. And he also was speaking on Demetrius Andrade. He says Earl Spence, right? That's why I shout out to that whole team over there, right? He has more confidence in Earl Spence's knockout than Earl Spence does. He said Earl Spence is going to stop Ugas, but Earl Spence, you heard it out the dog's mouth. He said he hasn't stopped nobody in a while. You know?
Yeah, for right. Hey, for sure. You're right about that.
Yeah, put Charlo or Brian
So which
Castano.
one should we believe? The one that's actually contending in the weight class or the stablemate?
I think we should believe the fighter, man. The fighter came clean, man. He hasn't stopped
Exactly.
nobody in a while, man. So I gotta go with the horse, man. If this
Yeah,
is the
man.
Kentucky Derby, I'm betting on the horse, man. Earl said it himself, man. So I'm like, I gotta go with the horse, man. You know? But shout out to Charlo though, man. He said he hasn't done an interview in 15 to 18 months.
Damn.
18 months. It showed. It showed.
Man, that's his own fault, man, because they've been so they haven't been approachable. That's his own fault, man. Stay off
Yeah,
IG. Shit.
yeah,
Work on your
yeah.
PR.
That's what I said. But hey, I always got to say, but hey, what do I know? But I said, damn, so they dropped the ball on this one, man. Man, they should have. Brian, like one thing, shout out to Brian Custer Last Stand, man. That's a big show, man. They should have, gave him a warm up, so to say, man. Instead of just throwing him out there on Last Stand like that, man. I don't think he was ready for Last Stand.
Why you say that?
When you watch it, you're gonna see he wasn't
Oh,
ready.
okay.
he wasn't ready. He should, like, see, that's why you guys let us sleep on the smaller platforms. Sometimes it's good to come on the smaller platforms, so when you get on these big platforms, you're prepared, man. Because when you get on these big platforms and your interview is kind of awkward and everywhere. Brian, I'm gonna tell you, man, Brian Custer's a true professional. He held a straight face a lot.
Yeah.
He did laugh a lot, but he knew when he was losing it, like he put the camera strictly on Charlo so he could get his smirks and the snickers out. But sometimes, he couldn't hold it in. He was just like, what is this guy? He had that, what is this guy talking about? Look.
I got to pull this up.
Yeah,
pull
man.
it up. So when I get off here, I see it right here. It's right here.
Oh, man. Good stuff, man.
Charlo talks Brian Castano rematch and calls out the WBC. Okay.
Yeah. He calls the WBC out. Everybody. He said the drug testing. It's a good interview, man. He said they wasn't doing the drug testing properly. All kind of stuff, man. All kind of stuff. He called Bud Crawford out. You know, the little guy.
Well, at least the background for what I'm watching there, Shalom, like the background is nice. He has all his
Oh yeah, he got his
badges and
straps.
shit,
Yeah, he got a nice.
you know.
You can't take that away from him. He does have the
He got
hardware.
the straps. He got the straps on display now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, look at him as lines only with the straps in the back.
He got his trophy case. Yes, his trophy case is second to none. Excellent. It's just when he starts going off on his talk. Yes.
So when he actively starts to deliberate and respond to the questions Brian Custer is asking, that's where it kind of goes downhill from there.
Yeah, well, you're gonna watch. Listen, it's a good one, man. He talks, man. He talks.
I'm gonna watch it, man. I'm looking. I'm not gonna run the video without the audio because from what I'm
you gotta watch it.
The audio is an intricate part of this interview.
It's fire. That's what makes the whole another part that I love that he highlights. He says, and you seen Brian Custer, he held it down, man. He says when he becomes a promoter, when Charlo says after he's done fighting and becomes a promoter, not even realizing that he already has lines only promotions, he is a promoter. But he definitely said when he becomes a promoter, he's gonna go after fighters like himself with the passion that love to fight. He was everywhere in this interview.
Everywhere.
Yes, he was, right? You watched it too, right?
Well, I mean, look, you really don't know. You know, over there at PBC, they have every fighter launch their own promotional company. So let's give Charlo the BOD. He could have been speaking on the forecast. You know what I'm saying? That him himself solo would be a promoter. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's gonna walk in there and he's putting on the entire card or co-promoting with a card independently. Yeah. He could have been speaking of that nature, dog.
We'll have to wait and see.
We gotta find something.
No, we'll wait and see. But that caught my ear quick fast when he said that. Like, dude, you already are a promoter. You guys are your own promoters, man. What do you mean when you become a promoter? But yeah, that was interesting. And his whole take on he talked about Brian. I love Brian Custer's questions when he does asks his questions. Brian Custer told him some people said that Castano rocked you. And his answer to that, man, classic. Man, Charlo's a good interview, man. He needs to do more, man. But I tell you what, I think they're gonna sit him down after this one and work with him a little bit. But he needs to do more. Yeah, he says when a lion scratches you, you might get a little blood. He got some good sound bites in there, man. Some good sound bites. They're gonna have the guys that edit these videos up that I watch, they're going to have some fun with this one. They're gonna have some fun with this one. This one was a classic. Huh? Go ahead. They can hear you.
This was a classic.
Yes, it was.
It was a classic.
Yes, classic. She watched it with me. We was laughing. It was good. World Combat. It was real good. You're gonna enjoy it, man.
It was the best one ever.
I wonder if Brian Custer was prepared.
Nah.
Yeah, nah.
I don't think so, man.
Yeah, we don't think so.
I just think like he's a professional. Like I stated before you got on, he's done so many that he just went with the flow, man. He adapted. He seen how where Charlo was going with it, he just let him go, man. He just let him go and have the floor because like I think the first question he asks him, yo, Charlo goes off for probably like a 10-minute rant for the first question.
Wow.
He's everywhere. Like he's everywhere. You know, he gets on Tony Harrison a little bit. He wants his fair shake. You know, guys,
What?
every time it's a rematch with him, guys get hurt. Yeah, he was everywhere. That's a good interview. That's a good one.
Good.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, he talks about all his haters. He said Danny Garcia is one of his haters. Swift Herb, Erickson Lubin.
So speaking of Swift Herd, did Brian Custer bring up the incident that happened, with the slap
Nope.
in the face from her? Okay.
Nope. Nah. At all. Nope. He just it was Charlo was bringing up a lot of stuff, man, because Brian Custer was focused on the fight, the rematch. He asked him a little bit about Earl Spence and Crawford. He asked him about what's his plans if he does become undisputed. Charlo's just hilarious, man. It was good though, very insightful. What I want him to, well, he got to it a little bit, but I want him to ask him more about how has it been training with that situation with your head coach, going back and forth from Dallas to Houston all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But he never got a chance to get to that. But it was a good interview though. Damn good interview. Yeah, let me ask you this. I don't know if you've seen it. Seeing you have broke the story about the UFC legend, man. That guy arrested for attempted murder. Yeah. I seen somewhere they denied his bail, man.
Yeah, he you know how the rich people sometimes, like me being over in California for several years, right? Never wanted to go to the West Coast, bro. Never. So
Yeah.
I found out that a lot of people over there, like the fluency community, and when it comes to daycare, they feel to put their trust in. A lot of people run daycares over there, so they want to put their trust in these people who run the home daycares. In my entire life, I never let my kids go to home daycare, right? So
Yeah.
Cain Velasquez, two-time UFC world heavyweight champion.
Heavyweight
He had
champion.
his daughter in a daycare. Dude had big property, had it set up like a dang, um, actual daycare, but the home had a playground outside and everything. And come to find out, the dude had molested his 4-year-old daughter like over 100 times, bro.
Man.
Over 100 times, dog.
Man.
And he was convicted. But look, Cain loses it like any humanistic human being would, just natural emotion. And he
Yeah.
follows the dude and try to fires and try to kill him, whatever. And he hits the dude's dad or something like that. And he arrested for attempted murder. So it came up to the court hearing. The guy who molested his daughter was already out on bail, but they denied Cain bail. And I understand that people up in arms. I get it. I felt some type of way about it, but I get it because if they let him out and that dude is out, he's killing him.
Yeah.
He's killing him. Period. That's your baby girl, man. That is your baby girl. Your kid, period. Look, let's be honest. Kid, period. But when you got grown men that take the innocence of a little girl,
Yeah.
it hits home differently. Like, this is a guy who has his hands, registered at the top of the level of combat sports. He's been a world champion. He probably thinking to himself, I wasn't even there to protect my own kid. I didn't even see any signs of it. I didn't see any red flags, man. And this
Yeah,
man molesting this little baby girl, dog. So they say, no, we can't grant you bail because they know old boy is dead.
that's
Kane gonna be like, ain't nothing changed. I'm gonna go find this dude again.
get at him. Yeah, yeah. I just pray. They things work out in his favor, man. Because
I
what
feel
he's
bad for him for real.
yeah,
I
what
feel
he's
bad.
going through is it's a different type of pain, man.
Way
Like,
different.
as as
Way
as a
different. You said
as,
it, bro.
as word, he's
That's
a
a different type
protector.
of pain.
As a father, he's a protector, man. So it's
Yeah,
like
man.
you hit the hammer on the nail. He fights at the highest level of combat sports. Was the world heavyweight champ, and he couldn't defend his daughter, his baby daughter, innocent,
He couldn't
precious,
even
precious
defend
baby
it, dog.
girl.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I seen that. I was like, man, that hit home for me. Cause I'm like, I just hope wherever he's at, man, they're taking care of him, man. Cause it's like,
Oh yeah, they taking care of him because it's a difference being in there, being who he is. He's a good dude, man.
oh,
Like such a good friend in DC. DC didn't even fight in heavyweight division where he came in. He came in the organization undefeated in heavyweight, but his best friend Kane, was fighting in there. He said, "I don't never want to fight you." So he was struggling and making light heavyweight all those times. Well, he let Kane pick up a world title and shit. And
yeah,
when Kane became injured, he was a little injury prone. Something was going on with his knee. Um, he allowed him to freaking pick up the championship twice. You know what I'm saying? And it's just unfortunate, bro. This is real bad. This is despicable. Real talk.
yeah,
It's despicable, bro. It's despicable from the male and female perspective. But I'm just saying, like, as men, you try to protect your baby girl because we're men. We know what men do to women. We know what you want your baby girl to grow up and be. You know what I'm saying? You want them to grow up and have that innocence until whatever. But you don't want no grown ass slime ball,
or a
a
creep,
pedophilia.
yep, a creep, man.
Yeah, pedophilia taking advantage of your daughter, and just to think what his daughter went through all those times it was going on.
Yeah, they need to take dude's bill back, man. You know,
Look,
it's
it's
like,
crazy, right? They're not gonna keep this man because he has some money. Obviously, they're not gonna keep him in because he's gonna die.
yeah,
Right? They're gonna kill him because he's in there and what he did to such a high profile guy's daughter. So they let him go, and Kane goes in and attempt to kill him. They won't let Kane out because they know if he let him out, he gonna find him.
yeah,
Him and somebody else is gonna find him, and there might be more than just Kane this time. It might be him and some more people.
yeah. That's a tragedy, man. Sad,
It is, man.
sad,
Absolutely.
sad
Shout out to
situation.
Kane, man. It was
Yeah,
some, I definitely drop some on this commissary for real because shit, dog, man, that's man, hell no, bro.
yeah. I was talking to guys because I work with a lot of guys that are big UFC guys, and they were speaking on it, and I was like, yo, I'll be in the same situation. I was like,
Man,
yo,
no hesitation, man.
I was like, I don't even look at him, no, like he did something wrong. I was like,
Yeah,
they was like, oh, but he hit the guys. I said, yo, bro, you're not thinking that. I
you're
was
not
like,
thinking about that shit, bro.
he wasn't thinking that, man.
Come on, man.
And
You
I
think he was
said,
thinking about who he hit?
well, I was like, he wasn't.
Come
That was
on,
the
man.
last thing on his mind. He
That's the
wasn't
last
thinking
one,
that.
man.
I was like, he's not thinking, oh man, I hit his father, my bad. Nah, was that dude thinking when he did what he did to his young baby daughter?
Dude was seeing red for some time now. His shit been dark and gray for many, many days. This man has
Oh yeah,
been, in deep thought in dark places.
yeah.
This ain't just come to the surface right then where, he decided to pick up a gun. This was premeditated. He's been
Oh
thinking
yeah.
about this. It's no other way but it to be premeditated because how are you going to learn about something and dude went to court and convicted and it's not still walking through your thought process. That shit is stumping on your brain.
And
You know
then
what I'm
and then
saying?
and then the courts is like, yo, the courts failed them already. Like, how do you release this man on bail? How do you how do
Because
you
you
how
know
do
the
how,
crazy part about it, bro. The wild part about why you asking how can they release, because they feel like what he did wasn't violent.
yeah, exactly. I know. Yeah, that's why the laws and
It's crazy, man.
how they held certain crimes, they deem certain crimes more heinous than others. It's like, yo, what is more heinous than what he did, other than murdering somebody? He took a young 4-year old's innocence from her, not once, hundreds of times. So it's like it's like he's a predicate, man. It's not like he did it one time. He did it multiple times, multiple, and who knows how many other children he did that to. Scotty might have got a call.
I'm back, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I figure. I know you're a busy guy.
No, just no. I ain't said on air, but
Uh,
no, we good. We good. So, what did you say? What was the last little
oh,
the
I,
3 minutes that you said?
I said there's no telling how many other kids he might have did this to
Oh
too.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
That's what
saying?
I'm curious about too.
You
That's what I'm
just don't
curious
do it
about
to
too, man.
one. It ain't like when they do the what they call that, the FBI breakdowns, people like that. You just don't do it to one. You know, he just didn't do this to Cain Vasquez's daughter. Sad, man.
You right?
And that like, see, with that whole issue with me hit home because I got two little girls, so it's like, man. And I always was big on that too with the daycare situation, with my daughters
Yeah.
being a
Some people want to put their kids in a home daycare because they feel like that's a different sense of you know security, confidentiality. Sometimes the prices are much lower than a daycare because you're paying for certain things that the daycare is providing. You know what I'm saying? Like food and the facility and the staff and all that. So the prices are much more higher. But I never liked it, man, because I look at it like this. Like I don't know if you're a female and you have a husband come home from work. I don't know what type of relationship y'all have.
yeah.
I don't know what type of relationship you have. Because I know in Japan, a lot of Americans was over there running home daycares because the wives didn't work, and their husband was freaking out there deployed or working and stuff like that. So they ran the daycare to supplement income. And man, it was so much scandal over that shit, bro. These wasn't licensed daycare providers. Kids not eating but one meal a day. While they was there for like 8 to 9 hours. You know what I'm saying? Just crazy.
Yeah, but home daycare is big business
Oh yeah,
here in New York. New York, that's big business, man.
because not everybody wants to take their kid to a public daycare because then you have to deal with more individuals that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's much more of manpower there. You don't know what the certification is. But then again, you go to a home daycare. Most of the time, home daycares are what? Word of mouth type shit. And
Uh,
the person that tells you, they tell you and they vouch for the person. They say, listen, I
they
know this person, they
co-sign, yeah.
good. They're gonna do this, and this. All right. Your kid will be safe. You know what I'm saying? So
You ain't never lying about that, man. You're never lying. And how daycares are set up nowadays, the home daycares, it's just like you said, like a lot of these people are having two family homes, and they're sectioning off, the basement or whatever section of the house for the daycare. Meanwhile, like you said, the whole other half of the house, you don't know what's going on.
You don't know what's going on, man.
You don't know what's going on.
You don't know who's taking kids to this place. You know what they call dead space. You don't know what the dead space is in the house that's off camera. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's just too many. It's just too many variables out there, man. Either I mean, oh man, it's just a wild situation, bro.
Yeah, it is, man. My prayers is up for Kane, man. I just pray, they take into consideration everything that he was going through. The same way it took into consideration and releasing this guy on bail. Like,
I mean, I look at it as being despicable that they held this bail because that's California, man. California operate off a different set of rules when it comes to the judicial system. They do. Even when it comes to divorce, they operate off a whole different system over there. You know what I'm saying? So they knew damn well if they would have let him out on bail, it was over. It was done. That guy would have been dead. Kane would have really been locked up for years upon years. So you gotta look at it this way there, Shalom. The judge, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing this out there. He might have been in a indirect way trying to save Kane's life. So he won't throw his life away. He might have been looking at it like this is a good dude. He's been to the top of the tier of elite fighters. He's a good father. I know if I let him out on bail, he's gonna be in prison for the rest of his life. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep him in here and to his trial date, and then we're gonna sentence him. Now the sentence might be a light sentence, even for him, shooting that dude. He'd be punished for it. So then, if let's just say they give him 6 months, all right.
yeah, Tom
Let's
Self.
just say give him 6 months, time served. He's gonna get out. Now, if Kane want to go back out there and attempt to kill the guy again, then it's a different story. But he might be looking at it like, let's keep him in here for a while until this guy has the time to disappear or something. I don't know. I
Yeah,
doubt this guy's going to be in the same location once Kane gets back out them walls.
yeah. Like he gotta disappear, man. He gotta disappear. That's like that's one of the most heinous, despicable crimes you could commit, man. You could
Yeah.
commit, man.
I, I mean, I don't think it's the most heinous, but when it comes to a boy too, man, like, nah, I link them up the same.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I'm saying pedophilia. When I say
Yeah.
heinous,
Oh,
pedophilia,
okay.
period.
Yeah,
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 that's
for
what I
sure.
meant. My bad.
For sure.
Into classifying it like pedophilia, man. Because you're dealing with babies,
Hmm.
innocence. Like that's just you gotta be a sick individual, man. Mentality wise to do that, man. Your mind just got to be real wicked, real wicked, man. Yo,
What's this dude? Let's
go
see.
ahead, go ahead.
I was wondering what this dude was talking. How many years we got H at these dudes talk? I'm not sure what. Hmm.
I was gonna say, yo, you are you jumping on tonight?
Probably so. Yeah, probably so.
'Cause I want you to check out that interview real quick, man. I
No
want because
problem, man.
I want to chop it up with you about that interview, man.
Yeah.
It's a part of that interview that I want to chop it up with you about, but I want you to check it out first.
Oh,
That he,
absolutely. I'm
yeah.
gonna sit there and goddamn,
That's why I hit you up
definitely.
earlier. I hit you up earlier when I was watching it, but then when I got home, I really, got into it. But when I spoke to you earlier, I was watching it, but I had my headset on. I was watching little pieces of it. But I just before I got on now, I watched the whole thing from start to finish. And like I said, it's a good one, man. Very insightful.
He's saying
Very
insightful.
It gives you a look into the mind of the lion. That's what I should have titled. I should have titled this Sauce Talk, the mind of the lion. You know, he gave an insight into the mind of a lion, man.
I don't know. Them lines can be sketchy sometime, dog. I don't know. We're gonna see once I take a look at it. I'm gonna try to sit up here and see
Yeah,
what line we dealing with.
yeah,
Are
do
we
that, man.
dealing with Simba? Are we dealing with Scar? Or what we dealing with?
Man, to me, he had a lot of scar in him. You're gonna watch it. It's a lot of scar in him, man. It's a lot of scar in him. Yo, shout out to Maul. I see Maul more as the Simba, and what was Simba's dad's name? Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. Mustafa. Yeah, it's Maul is Mustafa. Mel is Scar. You gotta watch it. Mel got a lot of scar in him. But shout out to Maul though. Maul got the Mustafa in him, man. But Mel, real entertaining, man.
That's messed up, man. God damn.
Nah, you gotta see.
Because there's a significant difference between Mustafa and Scar, boy, for real.
Yeah, well, yo, he came in previous incidents on Facebook. I'm not Facebook, on Instagram Live, and the Scar came at him, man. When he's like, man, fuck that bitch and all that. Talk, that's Scar. That's Scar.
Yeah,
That's Scar type behavior. When you talking about your brother's wife and all that, that's Scar, man. Mustafa wouldn't say that. That's the Scar in him.
Damn. Well, I'm gonna definitely let me check it out, man. I'm gonna cook this dinner. I'm gonna check it out.
That's what I'm about to do too. The natives over here are restless. You see, Coach Ream coming in here. When she jumps on the show, that's pretty much when she's trying to give me the sign as the producer of the show. Like, I'm ready to eat. When she weighing in her 2 cents. So I gotta throw on the chef hat too, man. But World Combat, it's always a pleasure having you on, man. Always a pleasure.
Same
man.
here, man. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who watching, everybody, man, be sure y'all support Showtime. Shaw, Sauce Talk, man. Support the brother, man. He been in the game for a minute. The UGK of it. You know what I'm saying? Doing big things behind the scene, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all see it out there. You just got your hand over your eyes. It's all good. But I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, bet, man. Appreciate
you, bro.
Yep, salute. That was my guy, Scotty. We're gonna wrap this up. I have to feed the natives. With that being said, man, hopefully y'all caught the sauce and y'all enjoyed it. Like we always do, let's close with a little sauce drop from my baby girl.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.